What makes a band unforgettable? Well, it's not only the music, but the experience it takes you on. Now, in this video, I'm counting down my favourite Supertramp songs of all time. Tracks that didn't simply shape the band's career, but marked an entire era of progressive rock. From powerful anthems to emotional, stirring ballads, these songs transport you to another place. Stay tuned because you will want to relive this magic. I've got 8 tunes, and I believe are simply unmissable. I'm sharing these with you right now. Let me know which ones of these are your favourites, or any other tracks that you think deserve special recognition. The first song is a Rick Davies composition from the Crime of the Century album. Rudy tells the story of a disillusioned man drifting through life. He's burdened by feelings of loneliness and aimlessness. He spends much of his time on trains watching life pass by, unsure of where he's headed or if there's any purpose to his existence.
Rudy's on a train to nowhere, halfway down the line.
Now, the song's lyrics suggest a commentary on the pressures of society to conform, contrasting Rudy's detachment with the mechanical routine of life around him. He questions the direction of his life, but he feels increasingly isolated, lost in thought, as he travels without a clear destination. Musically, this track Rudy is a layered piece structured in sections that mirror the character's emotional state, opening with a mellow, contemplative piano before shifting into dynamic orchestral arrangement. And this evokes a sense of grandeur and drama. The middle section features some strings and a more insistent tempo, and this suggests the urgency and emotional complexity beneath Rudy's detached demeanour. John Halliwell's expressive saxophone lines complement Rick Davies' piano work here, adding a richness to the song's tonal shift. The build-up towards the end, where the tempo accelerates and the intensity rises, reflects the internal tension of restlessness on Rudy's thoughts, making it one of the standout tracks on Crime of the Century. The second track also comes from the same album, and this time it's a Roger Hodgson composition, School. Now, when I asked you guys about your favourite Supertramp songs, this was the one that was a very popular choice. Now, it addresses the alienation and suppression that many people experience within the rigid confines of the education system. Roger Hodgson here displays lyrics that reflect a deep dissatisfaction with how schools enforce conformity. They stifle that creativity and prepare students for a routine-driven future rather than encouraging individuality and critical thinking. The song's central message is that schooling can strip away personal freedom and identity, creating a longing to break free from its constraints. The track opens with an eerie harmonica melody, immediately setting a haunting, contemplative tone. But as the song unfolds, it transitions from subdued, acoustic-driven opening to a more forceful, rock-infused chorus. The contrast between those quieter, introspective verses and the powerful, cathartic choruses is one of the song's key strengths. It highlights this tension between the personal and institutional forces at play. Instrumental breakdown in the middle of the song features some sharp, almost angular guitar riffs and heavy percussion, building towards quite a climatic finish that leaves a lasting impact. The range and structural complexity gives School a raw emotional power, reflecting the frustration and rebellion underlying the lyrics. From Breakfast in America, now we take the Hodgson track Long Way Home. It's a beautiful, reflective, bittersweet meditation on the pressures of modern life and the desire to escape from it. The lyrics express the feelings of being trapped in a routine or lifestyle that no longer brings satisfaction, with the narrator yearning for a way to return to a simpler, more authentic existence. There's a sense of regret in the song, as there is a realization of how far he strayed from the path he originally wanted to take, now struggling to find his way back.
So you think you're a Romeo, playing a part in a picture show.
The song is defined by Hodgson's bright piano-led melody, which adds an upbeat quality that contrasts with the melancholy nature of the lyrics, really. That catchy melody makes the song immediately accessible, and yet the deeper message of feeling lost within one's own life adds layers of emotional depth.
When you look through the years and see what you could have been, oh, what you might have been.
The instrumental arrangement is rich, featuring an energetic horn section that brings a sense of brightness and optimism to the track, even as the lyrics suggest disillusionment. Again, there's a saxophone solo towards the end of the song. It's a standout moment, bringing a soulful, contemplative quality to the piece. This interplay between light, upbeat music and introspective lyrics is one of the song's greatest strengths. Roger also penned the lyrics for a soapbox opera, which is our next track from the 1975 album Crisis What Crisis. This is one of Hodgson's more introspective and spiritually inclined songs, and it's dealing with themes of faith, existential questioning, and the seeming indifferences of the world to human suffering. Hodgson uses the metaphor of a soapbox opera to illustrate the drama of life, with people caught up in their personal narratives and struggles, while larger, uncontrollable forces loom in the background. The song expresses frustration with social norms and the lack of compassion, while also conveying Hodgson's own spiritual searching. It opens with a gentle piano and ethereal vocals, setting that contemplative, almost hymn-like tone. But as it progresses, the arrangement becomes more expansive, incorporating lush orchestration and choir-like backing vocals that give the track a grand cinematic feel. Use of the choir adds an almost religious quality to the song, enhancing the spiritual themes that emanate from the lyrics. Hodgson's delicate falsetto contrasts beautifully with the swooping orchestral arrangements, and the song builds towards a powerful crescendo, an echoing emotional and existential light of the lyrics. The combination of personal introspection and dramatic musicality makes a soapbox opera a unique and memorable piece in Supertramp's catalogue. A Fool's Overture from the Even in the Quietest Moments 1977 album is my next track, and here Hodgson touches on themes of leadership, war, and the cyclical nature of human folly, using historical references like Winston Churchill's speeches to highlight mankind's repeated failures to learn from the past. He also weaves in a more introspective element, exploring some deeper themes and the human search for meaning amidst the chaos. Fool's Overture is a masterpiece of layered composition, and this features multiple sections that flow seamlessly into one another. It opens serene, synth-driven passage that sets a reflective tone before moving into a more dramatic orchestral movement. The blending of the electronic elements with classical instrumentation creates a dynamic and textured soundscape, making the song feel both modern and timeless. As it progresses, it builds in intensity, incorporating bombastic orchestral arrangements, powerful vocals, and a sense of urgency in the instrumentation. The structure is reminiscent of a classical symphony, with distinct movements that reflect different emotional and thematic ideas. It's one of Supertramp's most ambitious and experimental tracks, and shows the band's talent for creating complex cinematic music. It's also a supremely exciting and brilliant track. Bloody Well Right is a sharp, biting critique of the British class system and the frustrations of navigating societal expectations. It's a Rick Davies composition from the 1974 Crime of the Century album, And here the lyrics reflect the resigned cynicism of someone who's come to terms with the harsh realities of life and the futility of fighting against the status quo. There's a palpable sense of sarcasm and frustration in the song as the narrator bitterly acknowledges the injustices around him, whilst remaining powerless to change them.
Right, you're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say.
It serves as a more jaded counterpart to some of Hodgson's more idealistic lyrics, offering a grittier perspective on life. The song is driven by Rick Davies' electric piano, which creates a funky blues-inflected groove that sets it apart from the rest of the album. The track opens with an iconic bluesy piano riff before transitioning into a full band arrangement with heavy guitar and percussion. Davies' vocals are gritty and forceful, matching the defiant tone of the song. The guitar solo played by Hodgson adds an extra layer of intensity, combining sharp, piercing notes with a sense of raw emotion. The contrast between the smooth, groove-driven verses and the explosive, anthemic chorus gives Bloody Well Right a dynamic energy that resonates long after the track's ended. The title track from Even in the Quietest Moments is a beautiful, serene and introspective song that explores themes of love, peace and the search for inner calm. Hodgson's lyrics reflect a deep sense of personal reflection and conveys the idea that even in the stillest, most peaceful moments there are profound emotions and realizations waiting to surface.
Even in the quietest moments, I wish I knew.
It's a song about finding meaning in the simplicity and quietness of life and the realization that peace can be found within oneself even in a chaotic world. It opens with a gentle acoustic guitar melody, which immediately creates a tranquil, meditative atmosphere. Hodgson's vocals are soft and emotive, perfectly capturing the song's reflective nature. The arrangement is relatively sparse, acoustic guitar, piano and minimal percussion, and this allows the beauty of the melody and the lyrics to shine through.
Don't you let the sun disappear. Don't you let the sun disappear.
As it progresses, subtle layers of instrumentation are added, including delicate piano lines and understated orchestration, creating a rich, textured sound that complements the song's peaceful themes. The overall effect is one of serenity and contemplation, making it one of the band's most emotionally resonant tracks. I really enjoyed this one. Child of Vision has often been interpreted as a critique of the materialism, excess, and the superficiality associated with American culture. The lyrics suggest a cautionary tale about losing one's sense of purpose in the pursuit of wealth and success.
You say you're having fun, but you're busy going nowhere.
And this reflects the disillusionment that can come from focusing on material gains rather than deeper, more meaningful pursuits. Hodgson's lyrics are full of metaphor and imagery, creating a sense of disillusionment with the modern world and offering a warning against losing sight of one's true self in the quest for status and power. Musically, the song is one of Supertramp's most intricate and ambitious, featuring a long jazz-influenced piano outro played by Rick Davies. The dynamic structure of the song, with its shifting tempos and contrasting sections, mirrors the themes of confusion and disorientation expressed in the words. The combination of high-pitched vocals and the complex instrumentation creates really an intense, almost surreal atmosphere. The extended instrumental outro, with its intricate piano work and driving bass line, serves as a powerful conclusion to the song, highlighting the band's technical proficiency and ability to merge different musical styles. This is possibly my favourite Supertramp track ever. Also from Breakfast in America, Davis gives the final song in his collection, Another Nervous Wreck, which explore themes of anxiety, pressure, and the emotional strain of trying to keep up with life's demands. The main character in the song is struggling to hold everything together, feeling really overwhelmed by the expectations placed upon him.
I'm feeling so alone now. They cut the telephone out.
There's a sense of frustration and helplessness in the lyrics, as the narrator tries to maintain composure in the face of mounting pressure. The song painted a picture of someone who's on the edge of collapse, both mentally and emotionally, adding a darker, more introspective element to the album. The song is a driving, urgent energy with punchy piano chords and a fast-paced rhythm section that reflects the tension and turmoil in the lyrics. The dynamic arrangement, shifting from phonetic verses to a more melodic anthemic chorus, creates a sense of instability mirroring the narrator's emotional state. The saxophone lines, played by John Helliwell, add a sharp, jazzy edge to the song, heightening the sense of nervous energy and restlessness. The overall effect is one of emotional intensity, making Another Nervous Wreck a really powerful exploration of the pressures and anxieties of modern life. So there are my 8 favourite Supertramp songs. They're not ranked or in any order, but are a celebration of some of the music from this wonderful band. Now, I hope your favourite is in there. As I said, mine is Child of Vision, and I have a video here where I react to the track, and it's the one I want you to watch next. I'll see you over there.